Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOBH Kyle Richards reveals reason she's not divorced yet. It's been quite some time since Bravo stars Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky confirmed the end of their marriage. However, the pair are still legally married, even if they aren't living that way. As rumors fly around Mauricio's dating life, Kyle admits they're still avoiding conversations about filing for divorce. Read on to see what she had to say. In a recent episode of Watch What Happens Live, Kyle Richards dove into her raw emotions to give an update on her looming divorce from Mauricio Umansky. It doesn't seem as if the pair have any hope of patching up their marriage. But at the end of the day, they have children together and want to continue having a positive relationship for the sake of the family. You know, we're good friends and we get along really well. And I don't know, we just live separate lives, and it just hasn't come up yet, Kyle shared. When the time comes, we will address it. The RHOBH star and her ex feel confident divorce is the right decision for them. However, officially ending a marriage spanning over 20 years isn't exactly easy. It's hard, and it's not something either one of us feel comfortable initiating. We just kind of let it go and just really good friends, and we care about each other, and we get along, so it's like, it is what it is right now, Kyle added. As fans saw in RHOBH Season 14, Sutton Strack encouraged Kyle to finally take the plunge and file. At the end of the day, I have to do what feels right for me, and I did not feel ready to go do that, and I'll know when it's time to do that. The mother of four said of her decision not to take her co-star's advice. People don't know our relationship and I trust him, Kyle added. And I know, for women who have been burned, they're coming from a place of, I don't want what happened to you to happen to me. While I appreciate it, my situations, I have to live for what I'm going through and not take on all of that too. Do you think it's time for Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky to finally pull the plug on their marriage? Or do you understand where Kyle is coming from? Leave your own thoughts in the comments below. RHOBH's Kyle Richards reveals reason she's not divorced yet. In the glamorous world of reality television, few names shine as brightly as Kyle Richards. As one of the central figures on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, RHOBH, Kyle's life has been a roller coaster ride of emotional highs and lows, family drama, and dazzling moments of fame. But amid the chaos and glitz, one question has lingered on the minds of fans and tabloid pundits alike. Why hasn't Kyle Richards gotten divorced yet? In a candid and revealing conversation, Kyle finally opened up about her marriage, her relationship with her husband Mauricio Umansky, and the complexities of love, loyalty, and commitment in the public eye. Her confession sheds light on a much deeper emotional journey, one that doesn't conform to the traditional narrative of Hollywood divorce and separation. The unlikely success of the Richards-Umansky marriage. When Kyle Richards married Mauricio Umansky in 1996, their union seemed like the perfect match. Kyle was already a well-known actress and part of the famous Richards family, while Mauricio was a rising real estate star. Together, they built a life filled with success, wealth, and celebrity status, making them one of Hollywood's most talked-about couples. Their family expanded with the birth of their children and their joint efforts in building the Umansky Group. A thriving real estate agency became the stuff of business legend. Despite the public's fascination with their fairy tale-like marriage, behind the scenes, the couple had to face their fair share of challenges. In RHOBH, Kyle's relationship with Mauricio was often at the center of the show's drama, and viewers were treated to glimpses of their marital struggles. Whether it was the pressures of living in the spotlight or the strain of their busy professional lives, there were many moments when their marriage seemed on the brink of collapse. But through it all, Kyle and Mauricio managed to weather the storms, and after decades together, their relationship continues to endure. So the question remains, why has Kyle Richards not gotten divorced, especially when so many of her peers in Hollywood have followed that very path? A modern marriage defined by love, not labels. In her revealing statement, Kyle Richards admitted that her decision to remain married to Mauricio isn't solely about the societal pressure to stay together or the fear of divorce. It's about the love and deep bond they share. It's not about the perfect marriage or living up to anyone's expectations, Kyle explained. Mauricio and I have had our challenges, something just unique, like any couple. Something that works for us. In a world where divorce rates are high, especially in the entertainment industry, Kyle's perspective offers a refreshing outlook on modern relationships. She emphasized that marriage isn't a static institution, nor is it an unyielding commitment to a rigid idea of perfection. Instead, it's an evolving partnership where both individuals can grow, change, and support one another. Kyle's focus on love, rather than the conventional image of what a perfect marriage should be, speaks volumes about her own personal growth and maturity over the years. The importance of respecting each other's individual journeys. One of the central themes Kyle touched on was the importance of respect in a relationship. She explained that one of the reasons she hasn't gotten divorced is because she and Mauricio understand and respect each other's personal journeys. We both have our own lives and careers outside of each other, Kyle shared. That's something that has been crucial for us. We don't try to be everything for each other. We support each other's dreams, even if they take us in different directions sometimes. This idea of fostering independence within a relationship is a crucial element in their marriage's longevity. While many might assume that a successful marriage requires constant togetherness, Kyle's viewpoint challenges this traditional notion. She revealed that both she and Mauricio recognize the importance of having individual pursuits and passions, which ultimately strengthens their bond. By encouraging each other to flourish on their own, they have built a partnership rooted in mutual admiration, not dependency. Communication and compromise. The bedrock of their relationship. Communication has always played a pivotal role in Kyle and Mauricio's relationship. Over the years, they have had their share of misunderstandings and heated arguments, but they have learned to navigate these challenges through honest and open communication. Kyle highlighted that the key to making their marriage work lies in the ability to talk through problems, express feelings, and find common ground. We don't always agree on everything, and we've had our disagreements, Kyle confessed. But what's important is that we've learned to communicate and really listen to each other. At the end of the day, we always come back to what matters, our love and our family. Compromise is also a big part of their relationship dynamic. Kyle acknowledged that marriage requires sacrifices and the willingness to bend at times. There are times when we both have to let go of our egos and make compromises for the sake of the bigger picture, she admitted. We're not perfect, but we work hard to meet each other halfway. The pressure of public scrutiny. Another significant factor in why Kyle has not divorced Mauricio is the constant pressure of public scrutiny. As reality television stars, the couple's every move is dissected by fans, media outlets, and social media followers. The constant spotlight can put an enormous strain on even the strongest relationships, but Kyle and Mauricio have managed to handle it with grace and resilience. Kyle explained that the attention on their relationship, especially when things are tough, can be overwhelming at times. It's hard when people think they know what's going on behind closed doors, Kyle said. But we've learned to tune out the noise and focus on each other. It's not easy, but we've built a strong foundation that helps us weather the storm. A growing family and a shared vision for the future. Looking ahead, Kyle and Mauricio's relationship seems as solid as ever. They continue to prioritize their family, both biological and extended, and have invested in projects that align with their shared vision for the future. Whether it's working together on business ventures, supporting their children's endeavors, or simply enjoying quiet moments together, Kyle and Mauricio's commitment to one another remains steadfast. As for the future of their marriage, Kyle is quick to remind fans that no one can predict what will happen down the road. "We don't know what the future holds," she said with a smile. "But I can say that right now, we're happy and we're together. And that's all that matters." In an era where many relationships crumble under the weight of fame and public expectations, Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky offer a refreshing narrative of love, loyalty, and resilience. Their ability to navigate the complexities of marriage while staying true to their individual paths is a testament to their enduring bond. Whether or not they ever decide to renew their vows or face new challenges, one thing is clear. Kyle Richards is not interested in following the cookie-cutter trajectory of celebrity divorces. Instead, she's focused on what truly matters: her love for Mauricio, the life they've built together, and the lessons they continue to learn. Isn't ready to fully let go of her marriage. The news was shocking. For fans of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it felt like the end of an era. Kyle Richards, who had been married to her husband, Mauricio Umansky, for nearly 30 years, announced their separation in mid-2023. Their relationship had long been the epitome of a glamorous, successful, and seemingly unshakable Hollywood union. After all, their bond had survived the pressures of being in the spotlight, the chaos of reality TV, and even the strain of raising children in front of millions. But now, as the dust settles and the cameras capture moments of uncertainty, Kyle Richards isn't fully ready to let go of the love that defined her family for decades. Kyle, whose life has been an open book for public scrutiny, has always been known for her warmth, charm, and her undeniable presence on the show. Yet, beneath the flashy exterior of glitzy events, luxury homes, and designer wardrobes, she's just like any other woman who finds herself facing the heart-wrenching reality of a potential divorce. She has confided to close friends that despite the many hurdles, she's not ready to completely sever the emotional ties that have bound her to Mauricio for so long. A decade of partnership and friendship. When Kyle and Mauricio met in the early 90s, they were young, ambitious, and dreaming of a life full of adventure and success. Kyle was already beginning to establish herself in Hollywood, and Mauricio was climbing the ladder in the real estate business. From the outset, their love was based on more than just physical attraction. It was a deep friendship that evolved into something more substantial over time. Many couples face the challenge of balancing careers, personal lives, and raising children, but Kyle and Mauricio's foundation seemed like it could weather any storm. Their partnership always appeared solid. They traveled together, celebrated milestones, and handled life's ups and downs with grace. Kyle often spoke about how proud she was of their family, of how close they were, and how they continued to navigate life's challenges together. But like many marriages in the public eye, theirs was not without its challenges. Over the years, rumors of trouble in paradise had surfaced. There were whispers about the pressures of being in the spotlight, the strain of constantly being on display, and Mauricio's increasing time away due to his growing real estate empire. For years, they managed to brush these rumors aside. However, it was only in 2023 that the reality of their separation began to set in. The news of their separation was like a punch to the gut for many fans who had long admired the couple's unity. But for Kyle, it wasn't simply a decision of parting ways. It was a complex and painful process, one she is still working through. Navigating the new reality, Kyle Richards isn't someone who easily gives up. She is known for her tenacity, resilience, and strength. And while she may have publicly acknowledged the separation, she has consistently insisted that she isn't quite ready to fully let go of her marriage. The idea of completely untangling herself from the man she had shared nearly 3 decades of her life with is not one that comes easily. She often speaks about the difficulty of letting go, especially when it comes to someone she has built a life with. It's not like a light switch that you can just turn off. Kyle shared with her closest confidence. "We've been through so much together, so many highs, so many lows. I love him, and I think I always will. But the reality of where we are right now is complicated." Her feelings are understandable. Letting go of someone who was once a partner in every sense of the word is never simple, even when the relationship has shifted. Many women in her shoes, especially those who have been married for a long time, find themselves torn between a desire to hold on to what once was and the necessity of accepting the end of an era. Kyle's inability to completely sever ties with Mauricio is also influenced by their shared history, which includes raising their daughters, working together, and growing up in the public eye. The emotional struggle. Emotionally, It's hard to say goodbye when you've built a life around someone. There are years of memories that cannot be erased overnight. Kyle Richards is no stranger to the camera, but even she has had moments of vulnerability that the world hasn't always seen. In private, she's admitted to feeling lost at times, not knowing exactly what her future looks like without Mauricio by her side. Their separation has forced her to rethink her own identity, as much of her adult life has been intertwined with his. Friends of Kyle have shared that the emotional toll of the separation is far from easy. While she may have come to terms with the decision on an intellectual level, it's as if part of her wants to hold on to the hope that things could be repaired, while another part knows that perhaps the marriage has run its course. The letting go of someone who was once her confidant, partner, and the father of her children is a monumental emotional hurdle. In the wake of their separation, Kyle has focused on herself. She has poured energy into her career, her friendships, and her personal health. Her involvement with the Real Housewives continues, and she's used her platform to not only share her journey with fans, but also to navigate her personal life in front of millions. Yet despite her busy schedule, she's often caught in moments of reflection, revisiting the memories that once made her marriage so special. A future that's unwritten. As the days pass, Kyle Richards is learning to embrace the uncertainty of her future. She's not rushing into anything, and she's not forcing herself to make drastic decisions just for the sake of closure. Instead, she's taking it one day at a time, focusing on her well-being and allowing herself to heal at her own pace. Though she has voiced her separation from Mauricio, she has also been quick to clarify that it doesn't mean an absolute end. "We're not divorced yet," she has stated, leaving room for reconciliation. Whether that will come to fruition or not remains to be seen. But the truth is that Kyle isn't ready to close the door completely. She may not be living the same life she once had, but she's also not ready to leave the past behind entirely. There is still love, there is still history, and there are still connections that bind them together. Embracing the unknown, as Kyle Richards walks through this next chapter, she's realizing that some stories don't have clear endings. Some relationships, even when they change, don't necessarily need to be completely severed to allow for growth and healing. Her story with Mauricio may not be over, but it is evolving. And for Kyle, accepting that evolution might be the key to finding peace. Her journey is a reminder that letting go doesn't always mean an abrupt, clean break. Sometimes it's about embracing the unknown, allowing time to heal, and understanding that love is complex. Kyle Richards isn't ready to fully let go of her marriage, and perhaps that's because there's more to their story than what meets the eye. Whether they reconcile or continue on separate paths, Kyle will always carry a piece of Mauricio with her. Their shared history will never be erased, and for Kyle, that's something she isn't quite ready to give up on just yet.